Right. To welcome into our first episode of the 2025 year. It's our Ingleside Lady Mustangs basketball podcast. So I said this is episode number one of the 2025 school year. I'm really excited. We've got a lot of things planned for this upcoming school year 2025. And with the podcast and the live streaming, we've been working really hard to better our network. And we start off here the new year with our head basketball coach for the Lady Mustangs, and that's Lance Whittle. Coach, how you doing? And it's glad to have you back. We were out for a couple of weeks during the holidays. So how you doing? And how was Christmas and New Year's?
Um, Christmas couldn't be any better. Got to spend time with family a little bit up in Bandera, and come back after about a week break and get back into the basketball.
Yeah, the thing with the coaches, and I found out last year is you guys get just a couple of days because during the holiday, the Christmas and New Year break, right? You guys got to continue to play basketball. So there's practice, there's games, and so you probably get a couple of days off. Not sure how many days you get off, but they still got to come to work. They still got to practice. So in some ways that's fun, but you don't get the full 2.5 weeks that you guys get back. Coach, are you guys back in school or do y'all go back on Wednesday?
Well, the teachers went back today, and we start back up tomorrow with all the kids.
Okay. So during the season, well, school's coming back. I'm glad you guys had a great break. Glad you got to spend some time with family. And now it's time to get back to work, school, and of course, basketball. And like I said, during the holidays, the Lady Mustangs, they were still playing and practicing. And Coach, congratulations, first of all. The Lady Mustangs had their first district game during the break. They got a big win over Rockport-Fulton, and we'll get coach's thoughts on that and the players' performance. We had some girls that I really think showed out in that game, so we definitely want to be able to get coach's thoughts on their performance. But as a team, it was great to get that first win, and they've got a game tomorrow. They're at home against a very tough Beeville team, and we'll get coach's thoughts on that as well. But Coach, I want to start things off here with just the non-district. I think we're 16-9. I hope I'm correct on that. That's what I saw,
Yeah.
or something like that, which I think it's good. And I want to get your thoughts, Coach, on the teams that you scheduled that we played, and how well you think the girls performed, because we're done with the non-district, and how you think playing those teams prepared us for the district and starting off with a 1-0 win in district against Rockport-Fulton.
Yeah, our preseason schedule it was pretty tough. We had some tough opponents, and um, it was kind of roller coaster as far as our play. I mean, we won a lot of games, and which was great, but just trying to get these. We've already talked about how I got three freshmen on varsity, and trying to get them up to speed, and just working my way up. And I think the last month, with all the tournaments and stuff, that's really helped them. And we're coming into district with everybody kind of understanding what to do now, and so I'm looking forward to district to see how we can do.
Yeah, coach. And before we get into the game against Rockport Fulton, injuries are something that I always want to kind of mention on the podcast, and hopefully we're 100%. But what can you tell us about injuries? Is everybody healthy and ready to go outside of the regular kind of bumps and bruises?
Well, after about 4 games, I lost one of my starters, Leilani Smith. She just a freak accident. She fell down and she put her arm down to land, and her hand hit right on the ball. The ball kind of moved and dislocated her shoulder. So she tore something in there. So she's going through rehab right now, and so we miss her. And she's about our only injury as far as major. You know, you know, we talk to the girls all the time about they always talk about their knees are sore and legs are sore, arms are sore. I mean, just this time of the year, we're playing 25 games now. In a couple months, they're going to have their aches and pains, and they understand, and they fight through it, and they take care of their bodies off the court, at home, the icing themselves, and just those little things that are going to keep us healthy through the district play.
Yeah, unfortunately, wow, that sounds very painful when that ball moves like that. Playing
Yeah.
basketball, just by what you said happened. God, that's painful. So definitely, I hope the rehab goes good. Coach, was she a senior or is she an underclassman?
She's a junior. She's a junior. But yeah, it was just just a freak thing. Poor girl.
Yeah, unfortunately, and people don't understand. When you go to football, you play 10 games in the playoffs, right? But basketball, like other sports, baseball, you play a lot. Like you said, you played over 20 something games already. The girls have, and you're barely starting district, so you still got more games. You got to play these teams twice, and then if you get in the playoffs, there's the extended play. So when the season finally ends, wherever it ends, these girls have played a lot of basketball. So there are going to be some bumps and bruises. And unfortunately, one of our starters, one of our players is definitely out. But hopefully the rehab will be good. She's a junior, and hopefully she'll come back stronger when she's able to get back there with us. And coach, let's now turn over to district play. You had your first game, traveled to Rockport-Fulton to take on the Lady Pirates. I thought it was going to be good, a good matchup. The Lady Mustangs get the win 55-41. So that was a great win. So again, congratulations starting off the District 1-0. That's huge. But we did have some girls that really showed out. I think Mattie Agnew, Ashley Marker, Danaya Williams, they were all in double digits. Between those three girls, coach, I think it was like 40, 41 points that you got. That's awesome. If you get this every game, you're probably going to win more than you lose. But talk about the game, going into the game. Sometimes it's the holidays. It's out of their ordinary the schedule where they go to school, so you don't never know what they're going to get. But just talk about the girls' performance as a team, and then these three girls and what you saw from them against Rockport-Fulton.
Well, I thought we had a good week of practice. We played Monday, our last non-district game against Goliad, and we played pretty well. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I thought we had one of our best three practices we've had back to back. They were really locked in on, Rockport and Senon are pretty much our two biggest rivals. So whenever we play them, the girls get kind of locked in, and they're very coachable this week. We scouted Rockport and we kind of had an idea what they were going to do, and the girls just really focused in on how to stop it, and how to counter anything they might do.
Coach, and then talk a little bit about the girls, the performance. Mattie, we had Mattie on volleyball. I mean, I think she's an athlete. Obviously, when we talked to Coach Whittle, and she talked about Mattie. I mean, she's just a stud overall, and we saw what she could do in volleyball. Now we're seeing what she can do in basketball. Just talk about her performance as the senior here leading this team. But then also, is it Danaya? Danaya and
Danaya Williams.
I apologize for not getting that name. And then Ashley, just these three girls, 41 points. That's huge. Getting those points from those girls.
Yeah, Mattie, she's kind of a perfectionist, so she really she stays after, works on her game, and she's really expanding her game from the last. She's been a 4-year varsity player for me, and this year she's kind of been asked to expand what she's done in the past, and she's really taken to it, and it's finally come together for her as far as her post moves and her inside game. And I mean, she just was really getting after it on the offensive boards, finishing some of these misses. And then Danaya, she's just a tenacious defender on my press, and I mean, she gets a lot of steals and easy layups, and she really reads the passing lane well. And I don't know how many steals she had the other day. I can't tell you. It was 5 or 6 steals, and about 3 or 4 of them were going in for layups. And then Ashley, she's also expanding her role. In the past, she's just been kind of a distributor, pass the ball, to some of the older ones, veterans that we've had in the past, and the ones that she knew that would score for us. And this year, she's been asked to be more of a scorer, and so she's basically most of her points were in the first half when we extended our lead at halftime, and she had a couple big threes, heavily contested, and then she just makes the right play, passes the ball to the the right person at the right time where we get easy scores. So, those three, are, they're our catalyst as far as, getting everything going. And, even Kiki Smith, she hit a big shot in the third quarter when Rockport was trying to come back right at the buzzer. She got a and one right at the buzzer that, pretty much I felt, was the killer to their run.
That's awesome. Coach, when I look at this score, 55 total points, 41 came from these three girls. And you're right. You talk about their performance, but it's that when another team is coming back and then you can get a shot like that with an and one, really a shot like that can turn the momentum back to you guys, to Ingleside, right, to us. And so I think that was huge. And it was a big win, Mustang fans, for the Lady Pirates to start 1-0 and what I think is going to be a tough district. You got Sinton, Beeville, and we'll get coach's thoughts here. That is the next game. That is tomorrow game time, I believe. Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. 6:15. That is a game there at home. So we're hoping to get a big crowd there at home there at our gymnasium here to cheer the Lady Mustangs. They could go 2-0 here. So this game is very, very important. Another W. It really sets the tone the first half here, as we've got to go back and play these teams again. So hopefully Mustang fans will get out there, pack that gym, and really support our Lady Mustangs, our basketball team. They're off to a great start. Coach, before we preview the Beeville game and get your thoughts, I do want to talk a little bit about the other levels of basketball. We want to be able, hopefully we'll be able to get the head coaches on once or twice before the season ends to really get in depth with the team and have that coaches talk about what they do at practice, kind of get them on the podcast. So I'm hoping I can do that at least once or twice before the season ends with our other coaches, our middle school coaches. Hopefully they can come on before the season ends. But what can you tell us tonight about what the sub-varsity is doing, middle school? Did they play also during the holidays, and how well are we doing down at those levels?
Our JV, they beat Kingsville King during the break, and they beat Goliad, and they came up just a little short against a late comeback against Rockport. So they're on one in district, but they were down big, and in the fourth quarter they finally woke up and had a furious comeback.
Awesome. And how about middle school? Is there anything going on there at middle school?
They haven't played since they had basically the last week of school. They had nothing, and then they're not going to have anything until Thursday this week.
And Thursday, where do they play at? What day is that? Thursday they play at home?
Be on the spot there. No, I can't tell you right off my top of my head.
No problem.
I'll email you and let you know.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just want to kind of keep an eye on what the future holds there. So that'll be great. So that'll be a game on Thursday, and I'll be posting as soon as Coach sends me the info. Definitely tune in and check it out here on the MPND Sports Network, our Facebook and our Twitter page. Coach, let's go ahead and jump into tomorrow's game. Big game at home again, Lady Mustang fans. Basketball fans or just Mustang fans in general, definitely go out to the gym tomorrow. 6:15 p.m. is game time starts for the varsity as they go to district game number 2. Coach, I can tell you, I've looked at the Beeville's record. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but I can tell you that in the last 2-3 years, that program has been very, very good. They have won district a couple of times. I'm not sure exactly how good they are now, but I'm sure that it'll be a very competitive game. It'll be a good game for us to play. Your thoughts on Beeville? What can you tell us about them that and what we need to do to go 2-0 in district?
Well, to be honest, they're more athletic than we are. They'll run 10 girls at you. They'll go 5 in and 5 out. Halfway through the quarter, and they're just trying to wear you out for the game. So we're gonna have to bring our lunch pails and be ready to stick with them for those. We've got 9. Well, actually, I have one girl that's sick today, but I have 8 healthy bodies right now, and so we're trying to get that going. Then they love to shoot the 3. They like to just push the ball at the floor, get a quick shot, and then after they, if they miss it, they're sending 3 or 4 girls to get the offensive rebound and try to get an easy finish there. So we're gonna have to block out well. We're gonna have to, contest their shooters, and then we're just gonna have to withstand the pressure because they like the press and just try to force easy turnovers to get easy layups, and we're just gonna have to be smart with the ball and take care of it and hopefully punish them on the, if they press us and we're able to get a 2-on-1 breakdown at the other end if we take care of the ball. And so, we're hoping that's what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, and again, like I said, this is going to be a good game. I do believe I've seen some video on Beeville, but I think it's going to be very good for us to play as a Lady Mustangs. Try to go 2-0, and again, in what's I think is going to be a very tough district game. So definitely, Lady Mustang fans, if you're in town and you got some time, definitely come on out to the gym. It starts at 6:15, the varsity. And we definitely love to have as many people out there making a lot of noise, wearing the school colors, just cheering the ladies on. I know that as players, when you look up in the gym and you see it packed and it's loud, it just gives you that extra energy you might need to pull out a W. But it's always great. So let's show out tomorrow and cheer these Lady Mustangs onto a win against a tough Beeville team. I think the girls are going to be very competitive in this game, and we got an opportunity to go 2-0, which is really huge to start off the district in what I say is a tough district. Coach, what other the other girls? Is there a JV that's playing earlier before the girls?
Yeah, the JV starts at 5.
JV girls start at 5 o'clock, so you can get there early and watch our junior varsity starts at 5, and then stick around to watch a good game between our varsity Ingleside Lady Mustangs taking on the visiting Lady Trojans from Beeville. Coach, I didn't have a lot today. I know we've been on a break. You went back to work today, but the kids come back on Wednesday. So Coach will be back. I'm sorry?
Our kids come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was Wednesday. So they come back tomorrow, and then they'll get back into the routine of things. And then definitely Coach will be back on next Monday at 6 here. You can catch Coach Whittle here, and we'll definitely break down the Beeville game and get his thoughts. Hopefully we'll be talking 2-0 in district, right? It would be
I sure hope so.
Yes, sir. And then, of course, Coach, after this game, you get a pretty long break because you got to buy on Friday. I mean, yes, right? Is that correct? You don't play again until the 14th. Is that correct?
We don't play again until it's the 14th. We travel to Calhoun.
Which I think is going to be another tough one. So, like I said, and then Sinton. So these teams are going to be very competitive, and so definitely when we get an opportunity, especially at home, you want to be able to show out with our crowd there cheering these ladies on. So again, tomorrow, varsity 6:15 p.m. Definitely go out to our gym here, Mustang gym, and take on as we take on Beeville. Definitely love to see a big crowd out there. Coach, thank you for coming on and spending a few minutes here with us to talk a little bit about tomorrow's game and the win against Rockport-Fulton. I'll give you the final word. Anything you want to add before we let you go?
No, just hopefully get a lot of folks out there tomorrow to watch these girls play. They've worked hard this year, so they'd appreciate anybody who's got a little free time on a Tuesday night to come watch some basketball.
Absolutely, Coach. I always say, the girls put in the time and work. And I think everybody as a community, right? Everyone's got a responsibility. I always say that people forget. They're like, what do you mean responsibility? I say, look, man, the girls are out there putting on the uniform, right? They're representing our community. Coaches do their job in coaching, man. I think the community has a responsibility, right? To go out there when we got time and definitely cheer them on, right? That's our responsibility as a community is when we get an opportunity to cheer our kids on in any sport, baseball, soccer. It's a little cold out there right now, but when we get an opportunity to really go out there, I think it makes a difference, Coach, when they see the amount of support that you get from the student body, but also from the community. And we can pack up a soccer, a stadium, a football, or the gymnasium for volleyball, basketball, or the softball, baseball. But I mean, I think it really makes a big difference. Not once, but continually to go out there, show out the school colors. I think it's huge. That's why we do the podcast. That's why we're going to start doing the live streaming to get the community excited about our programs here, bring coaches on to talk about their players. It's huge. And so when I say we got a responsibility, it's to come out and support the programs and the players. I also want to thank our fans there in Ingleside, Coach, because we put on these polls that I just put out there just to kind of people can see. And there's a lot of support here every time I put it out there. So hopefully it'll continue to grow. But I want to thank everybody that takes the time to like a post or vote, right? It shows a lot of how we support our girls. And if the girls are watching, Coach, I'm sure it excites them to know that there's 25, 35, 40 people voting for us. So continue to do that. And Coach, good luck tomorrow. And I hope we get the win. And we'll see you next Monday.
All righty. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, coach. Have a good one.
All right. Bye bye.